As we talk about candidates now exiting this race, we can report here at NBC News and MSNBC that Mike Bloomberg is ending his presidential campaign. That is according to our own Josh Lederman, who says the campaign spokesperson is now confirming that Bloomberg is out of this race. It is not completely unexpected, given Bloomberg's recent debate performances, his showings on Super Tuesday, widely considered to be extremely disappointing. I want to bring back whoever we have to be able to talk about this. I know Josh is racing to a camera right now because this is significant in that it does, and Josh Lederman is here for us. Josh, tell us what you're hearing from the campaign and tell us why this is so significant. Let's talk through some of this.
So first, the big headline, Hallie. Mike Bloomberg is out of the presidential race. That's according to his campaign spokesman, Jason Schechter. Mike Bloomberg huddled with his advisors in New York at his headquarters this morning after taking a late-night flight back from West Palm Beach, where he spoke to supporters as the very disappointing results were coming in for him. We're told by campaign aides that he wanted to meet with advisors to look at all of the numbers as they were coming in. He's a data-driven guy, wanted to see what the path forward looked like. At the end, they decided this was not something that they wanted to proceed with. Even in the last few minutes, as they were making this final decision, his campaign sent out an email to supporters thanking them for their support, saying that it was going to take a while for all the delegate math to come in, but reaffirming that Mike Bloomberg's top goal in this election is to defeat President Donald Trump, whether that's him or whether that's another Democratic nominee.
Well, so Josh, he is in this new statement, and I know that you are probably looking at it in your email as well, the one from the campaign that has just come out in the last couple of seconds. It appears he is throwing his weight behind Joe Biden now. And I want to read this so that folks understand it. We'll get it up on the screen as soon as we possibly can. Again, this is all coming in the last couple of seconds here. Mike Bloomberg in this statement saying, "I've always believed that defeating Donald Trump starts with uniting behind the candidate with the best shot to do it." And Bloomberg says, quote, "After yesterday's vote, it is clear that candidate is my friend and a great American, Joe Biden." Bloomberg goes on to say he's known Joe for a very long time, knows his decency, his honesty. He is glad to endorse him and that he will work to make him the next president of the United States. So, Josh, this again, and Mike Memoli, I think, is joining us now with the Biden camp. Mike, let me just go to you quickly here because, boy, Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg, Beto O'Rourke. Now today, the day after Super Tuesday, Mike Bloomberg, a significant moment here for the former vice president.
Yeah, Hallie, I mean, the biggest threat to Biden's candidacy, or at least one of them over the last few months that led to some of his stumbles, of course, out of the gate, was the fact that Mike Bloomberg got in this race effectively arguing that Joe Biden couldn't cut it, that he was not going to be able to win the nomination and defeat Donald Trump. I think the Biden team always looked at his entrance differently. They had hoped when he got in this race that he was going to be a candidate who would help Joe Biden make the argument against the more liberal candidates in the race, the Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren specifically. At the time when he got in, the Biden team said if he wants to be a super PAC to help make the case against the liberals in this party, they welcomed him. But what did we see? We saw Bloomberg going on the air with just a flood of television ads, especially ones that made him effectively look like he had been Barack Obama's vice president. That really diminished Biden's standing, at least briefly, among African-American voters, which we've seen has been so critical now to Biden's success in recent states. But what happened? Getting in this race, taking the kind of incoming fire that Biden had been taking for months in this race, Bloomberg did not weather that well. And so now you're going to see, I think, Team Biden very quickly, after being tough on him, both behind the scenes and Biden publicly on the debate stage, rally around Mike Bloomberg, embrace his support in the way that we've seen Joe Biden very quickly embrace his other rivals in the last few days in a way that has been helped. Biden wants to help rally the party together as quickly as possible at this point. You saw those endorsement events with Mayor Pete Buttigieg, with Amy Klobuchar, with Beto O'Rourke, where Biden was as much, if not more, praising of those candidates than they were of him. And that's sort of the roadmap going forward, I think, with Mike Bloomberg as well.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.